Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to our live quilting chat, Tipsy Tuesday. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Thank you for being with us. We are live on YouTube and Facebook, so make sure you say hi to everybody, introduce yourself, and tell us where you're tuning in from. And you want to make sure that you are subscribed to our channels, whether that's YouTube, hit that red subscribe button in the corner, or are signed up on our Facebook page. That is, like our page and sign up for notifications. Now, throughout the show, we want you to comment because you can win a $25 gift card by just adding your comments and interacting with everybody. Of course, we love hearts and thumbs up throughout the show. We want to feel like we have you just right here. Of course, Mr. HP is running the show behind the scenes. He's over there. And then we have Kobe in the studio, and there's a Kobe cam today. There's a Kobe cam. Can we say? Yeah, he's actively helping, not helping.
In the spirit.
He's in the spirit, yes. Of course, we have a great show for you today. On today's show, I will be revealing this month's color club, which is, you gotta wait, our color for November. I'll also be answering questions on our brand new rewards program, loyalty program, and I have a brand new, very special new product that I'm gonna introduce you to a little bit later on in the show. But of course, we have two ways to win on the shows. Every Tuesday you can win by just commenting, and we pick a live commenter every show at the end of the show, so stick around the whole time. And then at the end we also ask a giveaway question, which you can double your chances and just answer that giveaway question, and the winner will be announced next week. So last year's show I asked you last year's show?
You said last year's show.
We are live. I meant last week's show. I asked you a question that was, do you prefer a snowstorm or a thunderstorm? We are, of course, now here live from Studio B in Florida, our second home. So it's been different. I know it's cold everywhere in the United States. Not so much here, which we're not hating, I should say. But the giveaway question was, do you like snowstorm or thunderstorm? And our winner is, who is it? Amy Kaneko. Amy, congratulations. Her answer was, since I've never been in a snowstorm, I choose snow. You've never been in one. Well, it's different to be kind of stuck inside and have plenty of sewing and time. That's when it's beautiful to be stuck in a snowstorm. But in the car somewhere or on foot, not so much. Not so much. But congratulations, Amy. I would love to let you experience snowstorms, but I'm trying to avoid them too. But you will be getting a $25 gift card. All you got to do is send us an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com, and we will send you your gift card back so you can go shopping. All right, on the set, we have a couple of quilts on the set. Christmas is coming. It's coming, getting closer to Thanksgiving. So we have a Hollyberry Tree Farm version of Inga behind me. I love this version, very sharp. And then I have a peppermint bark fabric made, June is made out of the peppermint bark fabric. So I love these colors. It's fun to get a little Christmassy up in here in this house, even though it necessarily is very unusual feeling like this over Christmas. Usually there's white stuff and very, very below temperatures. So it's all different. It's all different for us. So it's been a very exciting past few days and weekend. Thank you everybody for all of your support and well wishes in announcing our wedding. We did that last week, and so we are very excited. We knocked out some last minute plans. this week, and we get to go taste some food tomorrow.
Yay!
So it's gonna be fun. I don't know. I'm pretty relaxed.
Didn't I invite everybody to it?
Yeah, you did. Let's forget about that one. We are also thrilled to see the response to our big announcement last Friday, and that is introducing our brand new GE Fams Rewards program. So those of you that already have a GE account with us, you are already earning points, GEasy points for every purchase. You earn 5 GEasy points per dollar spent, and then you can trade in those points for different amounts of gift cards. And so 5% of all your purchases come right back to you. I think that is very competitive in our industry. You would just say, I think it's the best loyalty program on the market our industry.
The best. The best.
We prefer to give it back to you guys. We appreciate your support, and so we think it's only fair that we spend our advertising dollars by giving it back to you. As always, you guys are our best referrers. If you're happy with our services, that is the best advertising for us, and that's how you help us out the best. So we love that. There is a way to earn gift cards also by referring people if they don't know anything about us, have never purchased anything about us. You can do that right from the loyalty program button on the website. Once you're logged in, you click on it, and then you can actually just send a referral code to somebody that you know that might be interested in placing an order with us. Once they place an order and they actually get a $5 gift card to use, then you will receive a gift as well. So we're excited, and we talked about why we call it GE Fams. We love all of our fans, and we treat them and feel like you're a family, so we are calling everybody GE Fams. I love that.
I love it.
Yes. So any questions on the programs? Do you see any questions pop up? Okay. Let's see if we can answer any questions. Supposed to snow in Iowa City. Ooh. It disappeared. There's all kinds of other comments. I don't see any questions. Can you make them, I can't see this, from past purchases? No, unfortunately, as soon as it took place, actually, you started earning points about 2 days before we announced it, because we had turned it on. We were testing some things. And so the only way to test things is to turn it on. So those of you that shopped 2 days prior to Friday, you got points. You got points. Huh? All right, so if we don't have any more questions, I'm excited and thrilled that you... What white background fabrics are in June and Inga? Oh, we have, in the June, it is a grunge white paper, or grunge snow white. I think it's white paper. There's a little bit of turquoise in the snow white. And then in the Inga, there is a fabric we have in 1 yards that goes with a Holly Berry Tree Farm. It's a white, kind of with an ivory snowflakes on it. So that's what we use for the 1 yard, the accent fabric in Inga. Do you earn points on purchasing gift cards? No, that's the only ones that you don't earn points. However, the person that uses that gift card, whether that's you or somebody else, you earn points when you use a gift card, when you buy with a gift card. So it would be a double whammy if you got points for buying the gift card and then for using the gift card. So it is only when you use it. All right, so that includes if you win a gift card on our show and use it, you get points. Yay! So let's move on. We have so much to get to today. So first, I wanted to mention this morning, those of you that were a part of our Christmas in Europe block of the month got a little surprise this morning. So I actually put into your account a little bonus pattern for the tree block that we didn't use in the full quilt. We made 2 tree blocks. One was extra. And so I, of course, wanted to make something out of it. So I put together this little pattern for a little tree wall quilt. And so this is what it looks like. So if you subscribe to our 14-month program, or if you're buying individually, this is now in your account. If you bought the 14-month, it's just going to be there with everything else. If you are purchasing one at a time, it's going to be in your finishing instructions as a part of those. So check it out. I sent an email to everybody, but you can just log into your account, go to my downloadable files, find the CIE, and you will be able to print it out. So I think it's really cute. I haven't finished mine. I got started, but I have so many things going on, as you'll probably find out a part of why today. But that was a fun surprise this morning. I think we got some good feedback on that. Now, November Color Club should be in everybody's hands, or most of you guys' hands, if you're a subscriber by now. So it is time to reveal our color club. So I gotta make some room over here and see if we can do this. So we have our pack here. This is what you got in the mail. So we're gonna open it up and then see what's inside. So check it out. This month's inspiration is, whoop whoop. What is it? Ooh, beautiful Norway spruce. Yes, Norway spruce. I absolutely love this deep dark green. So the Norway spruce is, of course, the most common choice for the iconic Christmas tree. And it has large branches and can support a lot of ornaments and lights. The color is really a deep, dark, and shiny green, which contrasts beautifully with the large pine cones in this picture. I just love that. So Norway spruce was actually brought to Iceland and North America by immigrants who planted them as ornamentals on their new homesteads. So in Iceland, this is one of 3 different main spruces that grow, but they are not native. They were planted. So let's take a look at the fabrics that we have in Norway spruce. So beautiful selection of, I like to, as we've talked about before, include different textures, different shade differences of that same color. And so I'm going to start with the furthest one back, the deepest color. This is called a leafy scroll, dark green. So this would be like the deepest, darkest branches would have this hue, a very almost a hunter green, but having those brighter tones throughout with the leaves and just a little bit of a scroll is just beautiful, very, very pretty. The next one is called Meadow, and this is actually by Timeless Treasures. So on a bit brighter green. I just love this print. These beautiful small leaves. I don't know if you can see them. They're just really, really pretty. And I love the texture and the toss of it. So it's and has the brightness in the leaves, kind of brightens up and brings that bright green through. The third one is a Wilmington Stardust. No, it's actually a Timeless Treasures, also called Stardust. It's very similar to Wilmington print, but this is just kind of a classic specked texture, and I love it because it has a little bit of the dark and then kind of a tonal base and then the light specks on top. So it gives a really great texture in anything you use it for. So you can cut a little piece, but it has a lot of life to it. Then I wanted to include just kind of a very subtle one. So we have a Northcott called Toscana. And this is just kind of like a marbling effect, but you can see a bit different tone, a little bit brighter, but still a bit dull. So I think this is a really great representation of that real spruce color, as you can see with the branches. And then the last one is another Timeless. Timeless was a winner this time around. This one is called Solidish. And I love the really bright greens in there, because when the sun shines through a beautiful Norway spruce tree, you will see these really bright spots of green. So you can see you have that gradation, and mixing them all is all going to tie them together, and you're going to have all these texture that a real spruce tree should have or has. So of course we have all of these colors available in 1 yards. I don't have them with me, but they ended up in Minnesota, but they are available on the website in 1 yards. If you wanted to add a little more, if you're not a part of Color Club, you can purchase them, but they are always just available for a limited time. And so there you can see all the greens mixed in with the spruce branches. Isn't that beautiful? It was just, I felt this was a perfect time for this color. And as far as pairing with this, you could go, of course, the classic red and green for Christmas. You guys got a beautiful red with the rose hip color last month. And then you could bring in the brown of the pine cones by adding in our willow color that was earlier this year. So this is why it's beautiful to belong to Color Club. You get all of these beautiful basics that you can just have as your palette. But we went through and pulled some bundles that would work great with these colors. So let's just take a look. I just have photos because we didn't want to ship all of them back here. Now this one is called Ale House, and yes, you can see there's no green in there, but there's green in every single print. So with a novelty line like that, you want to make something fun with that, you have to add basics. You have to add basics to your project to really draw out and make those beautiful novelty fabrics shine. And these greens would all work perfectly in there. Here's another bundle called Blossom. Again, nothing in that beautiful green color, but checking all the fabrics, there is plenty of that green in there. So that would make a great accent, make a great focus fabric. And so same here with this next one, which is called Christmas to Remember. Now this one is a Christmas line or a winter line. So there's already just a bit of green. So adding more of that green would be perfect. So moving into Holly Jolly, and you look at these greens, and they're obviously much lighter and brighter than the ones in the Color Club bundle. But you know what? Check out the branches on the hollies. There are these deep green accents, and so throwing in a deeper, darker green may make it feel like a totally different color, so it's going to stand out, but still mix in well with the other greens. Then we have the Grinch bundle. This is a perfect green Grinch, that darker Grinch green, not the chartreuse, but that darker Grinch green. So all of these would work perfectly in there. And again, there we have a novelty bundle that just would bring it all together by calming down the busy prints. The next one is called Impressions. There we have one green in a lot of blue, purple, so throwing in a few more greens would balance this out really well and kind of make you see all the green in the rest of the fabrics. Same thing here, we have a Log Tavern. This one doesn't have a green print, but it has green in many of the prints, so a perfect one to pull in for focus. So I could, of course, have pulled a lot of Christmas bundles. Here's another one that doesn't have a lot of green, where this would mix in perfectly just to kind of change the textures and change it all the way up to calm down some of those novelty prints. And another novelty line, and this one is called School is Cool. And this is, when I did a fabric pull for this bundle, it was all primary colors. So including green. So these greens would all work perfectly with this fabric line. Do we have one more? Yeah, I had to do Venice. So the Venice Cool Bundle has a lot of blue. There's some green, but I would probably throw in a little more green to balance this out. So this one is perfect for that. Is that it? Oh, we have one more. Oh, Winter Hollow. Yes, I love this line, and we made a quilt out of it. But even the quilt we made, we threw in some greens because I felt like there was so much green in all the prints, but not really a green fabric. So this one would be perfectly mixed in there among the blues and the reds to kind of bring it all together. So there it is, our color club for November. Lots of options, lots of opportunity. And I mean, who doesn't love a good basic green? That used to be my go-to color when I started quilting. There was always green in my quilts. Now I'm more so all the colors. I want to try different colors all the time. But green is always kind of a favorite. It just is. All right, any questions on our color club? If you are not a subscriber, remember, we still have some spot. We still have a promotion going on. So when you sign up for the first time, you get 2 extra yards of fabric or 2 free yards of fabric with your first order. So a little 4-piece mystery bundle that will come with your first shipment. So speaking of subscriptions, I just wanted to tell you all that our bundle club subscription, which we have only done 1 month, our quarterly club, your promotion coupon is officially effective starting today. So just a little reminder. So today it takes effect. You can use it for a whole month, but only once. But it's for 1 order, not 1 item. So make sure you think about that. It is a discount code that you use, and it gives you a discount off of all of our kits, whether they're on sale or not. So it's a great, great deal. So just know that it's 1 order, not 1 item, but there's no limit on how many kits you can purchase in 1 order. So we do have some more spots coming for Bundle Club. Yes, we have fabric on the way. I have a feeling it arrived today or it will tomorrow. So hopefully by Friday, we may have some more spots. So again, if you missed out when we added just a few, make sure you go to the Bundle Club page and sign up for notifications, because then you will receive an email as soon as they go back into stock, those spots. So check it out. Check it out. All right. Any questions on any of the things I've been talking about? Do you see anything? Are you ready for the new big reveal? The new thing? There's always a new thing every show. It's been nonstop.
New.
Well, I want to talk about this very exciting product. So as many of you know, before the pandemic, I used to travel all over the world teaching classes. So during the pandemic, of course, everybody was at home, grounded, no more teaching for me in person. So many of you also know that I started doing quilt-alongs, live quilt-alongs, and I started adding videos to our pattern clubs. Fast and Furious Club was kind of the initiation of that. And I did also conduct 2 virtual retreats where I was able to teach utilizing pre-recorded videos alongside some live teaching. And this just really kind of changed everything. It changed the game for me. It changed the way I teach, and I felt like I'm able to reach so many more people, and then actually in a much better way than sometimes an in-person class can be, because you kind of are stuck with the folks that you are with, and some people just take a little longer and they love the pre-recorded videos where they can watch over and over and then come to me for questions. So it's just been a great discovery for me. So the demand for demonstrations, video demonstrations, also nonstop. I get emails all the time asking, does this pattern have a video? Does that pattern have a video? It seems like that's what people prefer. these days. So let me introduce our brand new product. I'm calling it the GEasy Class Packs. So this first class pack we are calling Volume 1, and this one teaches 2 quilts from my newest book, Katrina and Zoe. So I've been working on this new format for a while now, and I'm excited to see it come to life. So let me explain how this works. So each quilt will have 3 pre-recorded class sessions that will be released weekly, so you can really do this at your own pace. So Katrina will be released on 3 Wednesdays in January, and then Zoe in February. So then after the 3 classes, so after the 3 Katrina classes, there will be a live Zoom day where you can choose to connect with us in any of 3 different sessions. So it's hourly Zoom sessions. We're going to do 3 throughout the day just to accommodate different time zones. There I'll be answering any questions, solving problems. You get to show your work or just address anything that comes up. So there will be a live Zoom day following both the 3 Katrina classes and the 3 Zoe classes. So of course, the Zoe quilts and the Katrina quilts are both in my newest book. And even though many of you have the book, you will also receive PDF versions of the patterns. So on top of the 3-part class segments, there will also be a video released 2 weeks before the first class, where I take you kind of through the things to consider when choosing your fabrics and the cutting needed before class time. So both of the Katrina and Zoe patterns are written as 10-inch square patterns in the book, but in this class, I will be showing you how you can make both quilts from 1/2 yard stash builder bundle. In that first video, I will teach you how to efficiently cut the bundle for both quilts. So throughout the duration of the course, can you put up the other one that one. So throughout the duration of the course, which is now December through March, we will invite participants to join a private Facebook group, which will kind of act as our class forum. So there you can post your progress, ask questions, and interact with other participants, as well as myself and the GE staff. So you can ask questions there after each of the segments, even though you don't have to wait for the live Zoom part. But this is kind of a way for me to show you, take you through all the steps and of the quilt, and you can take it at your own pace. So we are launching this first class pack today with an introductory pre-order price of $34.95 for the 2 classes, the 2 Zoom sessions, and the additional pre-video that launches 2 weeks before everything. And the videos will be yours to watch forever, excluding the live Zoom sessions. They will be full of my tips, of course, those videos, as you've gotten used to in my quilt-alongs, and I take you through all the steps, like I said, making the whole thing, making both quilts. So when you do purchase, you will receive a PDF download. That's the only thing you will receive today, a PDF download with the release schedule, as well as the fabric requirements if you would like to take advantage and use a bundle for both quilts. But of course, if you want to use just 10-inch squares for both, you can just follow the fabric requirements in the book or in the patterns you'll receive later. But I love the idea, of course. So there on the screen right now, this is the release schedule. So you'll receive that in addition to the fabric requirements if you want to prepare. But this is how it works. So December 30th, you will get the pattern and cutting instructions, the video where I talk about, choosing your fabrics, what are the little things that we want to make sure to focus on to get the right contrasts and things like that. So then the Katrina will be January 11th, 18th, and 25th. Those videos will be just appear in your account. And then February 1st is our first live Zoom day. You will receive the session times and links to those later on. And then February 8th, 15th, and 22nd will be Zoe. And then March 1st is the second live Zoom day. So I'm really excited for this. I think this is something that is going to go over really well and be really helpful for a lot of students. And just in my experience, to be able to go back to the videos, and you can, of course, ask questions in the Facebook group. You can always email me too if you're not on Facebook, if you have any issues. But it's kind of mixing the part being live and then have a video for making the project from start to finish. It's just great for beginners as well because it trains you to read a pattern. So I write my patterns in a similar way all the time. It's the same way. So once you kind of have done a couple of my patterns, they are easier to follow through. So I wanted to give you some examples. So of course, I'm planning to make multiple Katrinas and Zoes to just really show you how you can use one half-yard bundle for both quilts. So obviously I won't be cutting them exactly like I would in the book because they both call for 10-inch squares. So here's at least 2 quilts I'm planning to make. Maybe there's more versions. So I just wanted to give you an example. So let's first put up the new, one of the newer bundles we just received. It's called Bird Song. And these are the prints that I'm gonna use for the Katrina. I'm using all the prints, maybe throwing in a little more red and a little more gold to balance things out. And then I am taking not all the prints. I'm leaving out some of the really lightest ones. To make the Zoe, I add a background. Can you put the other one up? The background, you can see the light background in the back there. I am going to put this really cool gold border, the second border, and then that charcoal outer border. So this is how we can utilize make both quilts from the same bundle. So the second one we're gonna make is Blossom, using the Blossom bundle. Lots of fun, colorful fabrics. So it will be a really fun and wild Katrina, kind of like the one in the book shown with a frisky fabric. And then adding a little kind of yellow, a brighter yellow for a narrow border, and then the bumbleberries for the outer border. So then I can't stop thinking about Wild Meadow. I think Wild Meadow would be gorgeous. So the Katrina obviously would just use the bundle fabrics, but then I would add, that comes with the line, this beautiful background, have a second border in that gold mustardy color, and then we have that large print from the line available for a wide border, and the flow I would use for a binding. Wouldn't that make a beautiful Zoe? Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait. So then the fourth one would be Bon Voyage. So you see all the beautiful Bon Voyage fabrics in there. It's only a 10-piece bundle, so I'd have to add a couple of prints, and there are those kind of tone-on-tone blue and green that are at the bottom left of the screen and the top. Those are available in 1 yard, so I would throw those in there for the Katrina, and then I would pull out the lights for the Zoe and use this beautiful background color that's laying in the back, that's also from the line. I found a really cool green that's not from this line, but it's from ABCXYZ. That's perfect for a narrow border. And then the Nocturne, beautiful print for the Nocturne floral elements for a wide border. And then there's this beautiful diagonal stripe that comes with Bon Voyage. So these are just examples how you can play with the 2 lines. So I am ready to take any of your questions. I know this is a lot, and figuring how everything is playing together and how it works.
Does this mean you won't do a quilt along again?
It does not mean I won't do a quilt along again. No, I will still do quilt alongs.
Of course.
This is just a way for us to offer something that you can then have forever in your account. I'm gonna take your time making these quilts. I would probably never do a quilt along for those 2 quilts because they do have all these little intricacies that just don't work well for like a full day quilt along. So just know, everybody, we have a strip along coming up in the spring. We might do a quilt along early this next year too. So don't fret, don't worry.
Do you miss traveling?
I miss a lot of aspects of traveling, and there's a lot of aspects I don't miss at all. So the reason why I'm not going back to traveling and teaching is just because it doesn't fit in my life right now. How my life has changed and being able to do these shows live and how my business has grown, there would be no way for me to do that. I would have to clone myself, and I don't think that's possible. Or that'd be kind of scary to have two of me running around.
We can't have two of you.
No, that's impossible. So I'm trying to find a way to still teach, to make it still fit into my life as it is. Now, it doesn't mean there won't be classes in person. There probably will, but just not at the same rate as I used to. It's just impossible. Is a bigger bundle better? Not necessarily. You could use a bigger bundle. You could use the 12-piece. 12-piece is kind of the minimum, because if you're going to make, like the Katrina, cut your 10-inch squares, you need a 12-piece bundle to be able to get 48 squares for a lap-size quilt. But I give you two options in that fabric requirements if you want to make two lap-size quilts. Actually, the Zoe can be a little bit longer lap size. And then the other option is to make a twin-size Katrina and a king-size Zoe. So if you want to make bigger quilts, there's that option too. You would just need two bundles. So there's all kinds of ways to do that. Where is it located on the website? So there's a link right in the description of the video, but you'll find it under virtual classes and lectures. So you go to shop, virtual classes and lectures, and I'm sure it's going to be on the front page of our website. We just wanted to keep it a secret until after the show. But virtual classes and lectures, that's where you can purchase. And just remember, all you will be getting today is this sheet that you can download with the release schedule and then the fabric requirements if you do want to use bundles. So if you want to kind of try things out and play with that. And we're going to be putting together a whole blog post about this first GEasy class pack, and show you all the suggestions. Well, the four that I put together, the 4 quilts that are at least in my head right now. Well, it's actually 8 quilts because it's 2 from each bundle. So there may be more. The first video bundle includes both months. Yes, so it includes both. So it's only one product right now, and that includes both Katrina and Zoe. So I like to release them together like that, because then I have the opportunity to teach you how to utilize those half-yard bundles to the fullest and really use up your fabric. Do you have a solid beige or bone? I don't sell any solids. That was just a reason, and just because of the way our shop works, I don't carry any 100% solids, but I have a lot of textured, I would say textured solids or tone-on-tone prints. So if you're thinking, like I have grunges, I have a line called canvas that are just really textured solids, pretty much, tone-on-tones. So definitely we'll have something in a beige or a bone color. Need to mark my calendar. So what month? This is the first video. So this is the thing. You don't have to be in person at a certain time for anything, and except for those Zoom days. And those you could choose different times to join us. But everything is just going to show up in your account. So you won't forget. You will get an email once there's a new video in your account. So we will be talking about this, of course, on the shows. I just wanted to get this out there so that we can both grapple with the idea, and we can, get your spot signed up. Of course, the introductory price is not going to be going on forever. So I'm excited to see what you think about this. So any more questions? So do you have to purchase the book separately? No, you don't have to. If you don't have the book, the patterns will be coming to you in a PDF as well. Now, I know I'm going to get this questions. What if I have the book? Can I get a discount and not get the patterns? No, it's just a whole package. And who knows, I might add a little bit of extra information into those PDF patterns. So they come with the patterns, but if you have the book, beautiful. $34.95, and the regular price is $49.95. So that's a $15 savings, which is fabulous. Fabulous. All right. What colors for your wedding? That was changing the subject real quick. Well, I think that's just going to have to be a surprise. Not everybody knows yet.
Christmas tree green.
Oh, gosh. No, it's not. But that'll be a surprise. We'll surprise you. The class pack is not really a subscription. You just pay once, and then, things will come into your account throughout the months of January and February. So not necessarily a subscription. It's one product, but it's one that kind of keeps on giving, keeps on coming. What did you use as a background for strippy stairways? Well, I made 5 strippy stairways, so you have to be more specific. I made, yes. So it depends which bundle you're talking about. So I don't know. There will still be sew-alongs, I promise. There's going to be a strip-along in April. There will be virtual retreat in March. Yes. 3rd year in a row. And yeah, so no worries. Things are not being taken away. We're just adding. We're just adding stuff. Isn't that a beautiful thing?
More love in the club.
More love, more love. So I'm excited to see how this format works, because I just know it works. It will work really well for a big group of people, just based on how I've taught before, both in person, during our virtual retreats. A lot of folks just really relied on the recorded videos and just needed a little check-in otherwise. So that's the beautiful thing. All right. Retreat, yes. Colette says $34.95 is a real deal for 2 classes with 6 sessions and Zoom days. Yes, plus the bonus first video with all the color tips and everything. So
someone said, is there going to be yoga?
There won't be a yoga in this one. There's always yoga in the retreats, because that's live.
Who knows? I might just surprise appear or something.
Oh gosh, you're promising stuff that you don't need to be promising. Inviting people.
Might surprise.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we've kind of answered a lot of the questions. Of course, if questions come up, please join us this coming Friday for Happy Friday, and we're happy to answer more questions on this new format. I'm really excited, like I said, and can't wait to see a lot of Katrinas and Zoes, because they are a lot easier than they look. Promise you that. All right, but we have beautiful fabrics for you today. So there is a line in the house. Well, it came in last week, but anticipated, and that is, of course, a beautiful Tula Pink brand new line. Her brand new line is called Moon Garden. And we broke this line up into 2 bundles. So it's 2 10-piece bundles. They're called Dawn and Dusk. So we're going to start with, which one are we starting with? We're starting with Dawn, of course. Does the dawn come first, or does the dusk come first?
Good question.
Right? All right, so we're going to start with Dawn. So here we go. Beautiful. So Moon Garden is based on Dawn and Dusk, so it's those animals that are a little nocturnal. So we'll start with the owls on this beautiful peachy pink background. So this we mixed in some of her basics. So this is a really nice combination of textures. So here we have the geometric print in the light pink. And of course, like many of her patterns, there's all these other colors of the rainbow in there. Here we have a really cool print. It's a geometric, but almost like a stripe, has a little ombre feel to it. and lots of color in it. So you can kind of, depending on where you cut it, you get different effects. Another geometric one. This one is a little psychedelic. Probably a little hard to look at on the screen, but it's really cool. And I could see this look really good once it gets cut up into, smaller pieces. So then we go into the light blues and aquas. So beautiful floral. And this is a dragonfly here in the middle. Then we have the birds on the trellis. I love this one. Bringing in a little bit of yellow, a little bit of gold. We have the geometric print again in the darker teal. And then we have the big, large floral in this beautiful earthy green. And with bees. No, I think this is dawn. This is dawn. And then more green, that geometric print in the green color. And then finishing with another larger print. We have the little garter snake in the florals. So this is the dawn. This is the dawn. And we do have wide backs in both the dusk and the dawn. Here's the dawn color, so I'll show you those later, but that goes kind of with these. But of course, even though this is broken into two colorways, you can mix them. Of course, tulip pink is meant to be mixed, so you can totally mix both of them. But I wanted to show you our fabric pull for the dawn. We did two separate fabric pulls. They're similar, but a little bit different color emphasis. So Dash Flow Peach is more these beautiful pink colors, and then the Bubblegum Floral Elements, also a really nice pink that will tie in with those lighter pinks in here. Then we go into the lighter aquas. So we have a seeds in the ice color. It has a little bit of white, so it has a really light undertone. And then we have a brand new color wash. Textured Sea Glass is the color. And then the darkest teals that are throughout, you could use the watercolor texture. This is from a Color Club or Peacock, and so is the Grunge in the dark jade. And then, of course, we have the greens, the Floral Elements in the kiwi, or the spotted in the chartreuse. Those would be both great choices for pulling out those greens. If you wanted to pull in a little bit more of this dark background here, I would say like a grunge black dress. Black could also just be used for a background or a focus for all of these. It would really stand out nicely. Another color that you see throughout but is not, has not have a print is a Floral Elements Coral, Cobaltic. It's a really nice light blue color, has a little bit of purple hue to it, but it's found here in the owl, it's found in the flowers, it's found in the birds, and so that would be another nice one to pull in. But also a nice white on white, a bright white would stand out for a background for this colorway. So this is the Moon Garden Dawn, and I'm gonna take the fabric pull away. Of course, all of our fabric pulls can be found on our website with links, so it makes it easy and you can just kind of take your time and look at it. But I'm gonna kind of leave these, pull them down, and then we can kind of show them together later on. All right, see if this works. So let's look at the Dusk. So the Dusk colorway starts with owls as well, but in this lavender purple. So lavender purple, a little bit of pink. We have the geometric print in the lavender. Beautiful. We have the same geometric here that is like an ombre with the purples, with a little bit of green and gray. So pop that one in here. We have the floral with the dragonfly, lavender base, and then brighter pinks in here. Geometric, brighter pink with that dark brown. Love this. And then we have kind of the sharpest color in here, and that's the geometric red, but it has the purples everywhere. So it looks a little out of nowhere right now, but it'll make sense once you see the rest of the prints. So then we have this deep, deep purple print with a polka dot snake. And so deep, there you'll see that red throughout, the bright pink with a little bit of that red. Then we have the birds on the trellis, on this deep tealy green base. We have the geometric in that same color. And then we finish with the big floral on the teal color and beautiful bright pink and purple flowers. And that same green coming back in. So it all kind of ties together. I'm going to show you the fabric pull for this one, starting with the light lavenders, the floral element, and the lavender haze. And then a little bit darker one would be the chalk and charcoal in the hyacinth. Just a little bit of that light teal. So it's the same one we had for the other one. So again, this is how they tie together, the color wash and the texture sea glass. And then we have some of the pinks. The floral elements in the fuchsia is my kind of a deeper pink, and then a little bit brighter would be the dimples in the scorching pink. And then we have the darker teals, the floral elements, and the tropical green, perfect with that greenish teal. And then this one is a little more aqua, so the nature elements and the ocean breeze has a little more blue to it, but ties in well. As an accent, if you're using just this, that beautiful bright green would be perfect to use. So the speckled and the metallic citron would be beautiful because it also has a lot of the darker greens in it. And then again, I would do either a really dark gray as a background or a white. So we have the grunge lead, which works perfect because it's a really nice similar base to this color and to the dark in here. And then the loops is also a nice white, which would stand out from everything else. So this is the Dusk colorway, but let me show you once I pull these away and we put them all together, that they really do work together. I mean, this is one fabric line, and we just break it up just so that you can have some options. But let's see if this works. See if this works out. Pulling them all together. And so you'll see the similarities everywhere, the greens, the teals, the light aquas, the pinks, and the purples. It all works together, and you'll find the tones crossing any which way. And so let's take a look at the big wide back. So Free Spirit does these sateen backs. They are just yummy, so soft and nice. So this is cotton, but with a sateen texture. So this is the scale of this print. So we have her backings in both 3 yards and 1 yard. So that's 108 inches by 36 in the 1 yards, and then 108 by 108. So this is the Dusk, and then we have the Dawn. It's just that beautiful green. So, oh, Tulip Pink is, there'll be so much. I am always kind of like, I want the fabrics to stand out, to really shine. So I would choose something. I've made an Emma with Tulip Pink lines. We made Jackie with Tulip Pink. We made something where you have bigger pieces, like Teen Spirit would be great as well. I was actually thinking a Katrina would be great out of this because you could kind of play with what goes into those triangles. So many things. So So many things. So Tula Pink Moon Garden, Dawn, and Dusk. Now, which one would you prefer? I can't choose. I would probably choose both and mix them, but that's just me. All right, so something totally different. Next up, this is a motor line, and it's got a little bit of a fall feel to it, but it is really a year-round. But way more subtle colors. I'm going to start with this base main print. It's called Sunflower Garden, and this is by Holly Taylor for Moda. So her colors are just always exquisite. So very kind of deep, rich colors. But I love the sunflower. So has a little fall feel, but has beautiful, beautiful color. So this is the main print, and then the other lighter prints will be in that gold tone. So love this one, has a lot of movement to it. And then we have this kind of a little directional print, but with a beautiful purple butterflies. Then we bring in some greens for texture, a little crisscross texture, and the butterflies again in the green. We have the main fabric, main floral in the green as well. Some brown tones, beautiful, rich milk chocolate brown. And then I love this texture. I love this print with a little bit of that rusty red and gold. Going into that rusty, beautiful red. It's kind of in between like a persimmon. I wouldn't call this orange, just like a rich, maybe a rich dark orange. And then we have the purples, couple of purples in the same. So two textures in the purple. So I really love this. I think this would make just beautiful fall color quilts, even though it's not even close to being fall. These could really kind of play year round. It's perfect for the cabin, I feel like, those warm tones. So we have 3 prints from the line in 1 yard. So the big floral in the porcelain color. And then we have the same in the purple. That is not in the line, but it is the same print in the purple. Beautiful, beautiful. And then we have this branches print in a porcelain color. So great for backgrounds or little narrow borders to add a little speck of that white. Now, of course, I did a fabric pull. So let's check out the colors. Starting with these golds, I chose 2, the grunge and the mulled cider, great match, and then the nature elements and the antique gold. Both great choices, great mixers, and textures that would really accent well. For the greens, the worn croc in the bayou, and the grunge pine. So 2 shades of green, kind of breaking up the monotonous green and giving it some texture. For the browns, I chose the bumbleberries bark and also the thatched cocoa. So a little bit lighter, toning with a light brown in here, and then a little bit red to tone with the reds. For the reds, I did the daughter in the saddle color. This was a Color Club print. And then also the bumbleberries milk chocolate has a little bit of the red and also is toning well with the purples. So for the purples, I did a little bit, the Moonscape, the burgundy one, has a lot of purple to it, but it tones with the red, so it kind of ties all together. And then the second one I chose is the nature elements in the ripe plum. It has the different hues all together, and I love the texture of it. Now there's a lighter, kind of a grape purple that is kind of prevalent in the little butterflies and throughout. So if I were to need a focus color, I would choose the Dash Flow in the grape. It would just be a perfect accent that's not in here and would really show up on all those prints. But not only do we have the bundle for Sunflower Garden, we also have charm packs. These are great for little small our table runners, and I love these prints. They're small enough to work in a charm pack. Would be great for little table runners. So that's Sunflower Garden. Fresh and new. All right. Lots of stuff today. Lots to talk about. So what's next up, Mr. HP? I think we have a lot of comments today, so a lot of... Oh, yes. We got to remind you what's happening next week. Next Tipsy Tuesday is our first Advent project going live. You don't want to miss next week. There they are, November 22nd, during Tipsy Tuesday, our first Advent project, and then the following 3 Tuesdays. So this is why I had to show you guys the class packs before we dive into Advent season. All right, but do we have a live winner, sir?
Well, of course we do. Let's see here.
Let's see.
Drum roll, please.
Probably not supposed to clap with a microphone.
Yeah, let me clap it.
Oh, Delmarie Snodgrass. Congratulations, Delmarie. $25 gift card is yours. All you got to do is send us an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com and claim your prize, and we will get that gift card to you electronically. So that is it for our show. I hope you enjoyed all of the new stuff and chatting about what we got going on. We finish it off with another question, so another chance to enter and win the $25 gift card. So even though we have Thanksgiving coming up here next week for the US, and of course we all have these traditional meals that either some of you make every year or you attend every year, but that might not be exactly what you would love to eat on Thanksgiving. It's just something that you kind of have to make sometimes. So my question is what would be your ideal Thanksgiving meal? What would you say, Mr. HP? What is yours ideal Thanksgiving meal? Would it be your favorite meal?
Probably. I mean...
Yeah, I think last year you asked me for pasta.
Pasta and
we
some
could just
good
make
bread.
some pasta.
Don't try to get creative.
I know. I honestly, I don't either because we don't eat turkey, so we don't crave the big meal. Of course, I make tons of side dishes, so that's really what they're all about. So some of those I do crave every year, but I could live without them. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited because next week my parents will be meeting us in Minnesota, and we will spend Thanksgiving together. So I think that's a first, their first Thanksgiving. So that'll be exciting. So I might have to just do a little bit of traditional because of that. That's okay. We'll tailor it to all the things that we love.
Exactly. It's no rules.
All right, so all you got to do is answer this question. What would be your ideal Thanksgiving meal? And we will pick a winner randomly and announce on our next week's show. And that is going to be November 22nd. November 22nd, Tuesday before Thanksgiving, first Advent project at 4 p.m. It's 22nd, honey.
Who put that up there?
I don't know. And then our Friday show will be this Friday, first. This is like a week from. I think we got all our dates wrong today. Today is what? November 15th? So happy Friday. This Friday is November 18th. All right? November 18th at 12 p.m. So don't miss out. We are looking forward to our Friday show with a brand new cocktail for you. So we will see you then, live from Studio B, everybody. Thank you for watching tonight, and we'll see you Friday. Bye.